Well, thank you for joining us here on 5 News This Morning Plus. I'm Tiffany Lee.
And I'm Joe Ellison. Coming up today, safety is taking the wheel with the first of its kind RDOT program. Headed to Arkansas classrooms, 5 News reporter Jacob Luthi will join us live in minutes with those details.
And Fayetteville police are searching for a man accused of holding up a business at gunpoint. We'll have those details in minutes.
All right, but here on this Friday, I think the big story today, Danny, is that weather. We want the weekend a good one.
Yeah, we want a good one. Joe, you say it's a big story every day. You keep putting this pressure on me, Joe. It's too much pressure there. But yeah, it is a big story because not only is it going to be hot, it's going to be humid as well. Currently 71 degrees, dew point around 70 in Fayetteville. You can see plenty of that blue sky. And it is a big story because we're heading into the weekend. I know we're seeing many people still move into their university. Arkansas starts on Monday, so it's going to be a busy one, and it's going to be a very hot and humid one if you're outside. Currently in Poto, a beautiful shot here, 77 degrees, dew point in the low 70s. So again, it's sticky out there. We already have a heat index, even though it's only 7:30 in the morning. Whenever you see that early in the morning, you know it's just going to be a hot and sticky day out there. For those that are still headed out to the bus stop, temperatures right now are in the 70s, as you saw. By recess or lunchtime, those temperatures for many areas will already be in the low 90s. As you're heading home, will stay in the mid to upper 90s, possibly some areas approaching 100. Might see a stray storm, especially in the River Valley, but I think the vast majority of us are going to stay dry. For that feels like in the area, here's northwest Arkansas, already in the low to mid 90s by 10 o'clock, into the triple digits by noon. Some areas could maybe approach 105, if not eclipse 105. And still staying pretty warm as we get towards sunset. You see in the mid 90s there at 8 o'clock. For the River Valley, I'd expect many areas to get close to 110, if not exceed it. 113 might be a little bit high, but we still could see it around maybe 110, 111. And continuing to stay hot through the evening hours, still close to 100 by sunset. Into the weekend, as we've been talking about, it's going to stay basically the same. What you saw there on your screen there just a couple seconds ago, that feels like is going to be the same for Saturday and Sunday, up to 105 in northwest Arkansas, up to 110 in the River Valley, getting close to 100. Notice the low temperatures in the River Valley in the mid 70s, so that's how you know it's going to be very, very muggy. Along with the heat alerts, we will have those spotty storm chances. Again, they're very spotty at that. And a cool front will move in, not a cold front, but a cool front that'll drop off our temperatures just a little bit to provide some relief later next week. We'll talk more about that here coming up in your full forecast. But now take a live look at traffic on this Friday morning. Take a live look along I-49 at Mountainburg. Good morning to you there. Traffic moving smoothly so far across the region. Again, maybe crank up that AC a little bit. Get the tunes going. It's going to be a good day, but a hot one. We'll talk more about it coming up in just a little bit. Joe and Tiffany.
All right, thanks for that, Danny. All right, this morning it's back to school week, the first week for many, and today we're taking a look at one initiative that's helping Arkansas students get a head start on driver education.
5 News reporter Jacob Luthi is joining us live with more. Good morning, Jacob.
Good morning, Tiffany. Good morning, Joe. Yeah, the Arkansas Department of Transportation says that they were seeing an alarming number of crashes and fatalities involving young drivers, especially in the age range around 16 to 24. And they said that they wanted to do something to reduce those stats. They wanted to create a program, a curriculum that helps teach students and especially young people driving safety before that they ever stepped foot behind a wheel. Now go ahead and take a look at this video. This is from the Arkansas Department of Transportation. RDOT says that the program is called Street Smart. It's the first of its kind in the state and set to roll out this school year. About 2 years ago, Arkansas transportation officials were inspired by a similar program in Georgia that was aimed at reducing crashes involving young drivers. So they decided to create their own safety initiative to teach middle schoolers important lessons about road safety, from using crosswalks to recognizing distracted driving, maybe even driving in a construction zone like we are right now. There are plans to expand the program to high school and elementary students in the coming years. And this was made possible through a $500,000 federal safety fund. They developed free online materials, including videos, quizzes, and games for those middle schoolers, and the program will be available statewide for teachers. Dave Parker with RDOT says the curriculum is designed to be both highly educational and especially engaging for young audiences.
Hope they watch these videos, these younger kids, and it's kind of like their big brother, their big sister talking to them saying, hey, this is why you need to put the phone down across the street this way. Or, hey, if you're in the back seat of a car and your buddy's kind of driving with the radio on and music and distracted, this is what you need to do. Those are real life. We took real life scenarios that we all go through, and hopefully it will resonate with these kids.
Now, self-admittedly, I did fail my first driving test, so I definitely think a program like this would have helped me as I was getting behind the wheel my first time. But again, they're hoping to get this curriculum approved by the State Board of Education within the coming week. And they worked with the Department of Education to kind of meet state standards. And I'll send it back to you.
Jacob, thanks for the honesty. I also failed my first driving test, so we needed this curriculum. Well, the F-35 training program in Fort Smith is hitting new milestones. Colonel Nick Eide says the first 6 Polish pilots have finished training and are now preparing to train others back home. Ebbing National Air Base will welcome pilots from Finland early next year, and several other countries are planning to train in Fort Smith in the coming years.
We just need the approval overall to make sure that we can house 36 F-35s and 12 F-16s. That would bring us up to 48. We're currently at 24 and 12, and that allows us to train in the F-35B as well.
Well, Singapore purchased those new F-35Bs. They'll begin training to fly them in Fort Smith at the end of next year. Well, the man accused of killing a husband and wife at Devilston State Park last month has pleaded not guilty to 2 counts of capital murder.
Andrew McGann was arraigned Thursday at the Washington County Jail, but a court order barred any recording in or around the courtroom. The public was completely barred from viewing that arraignment. Arkansas law requires that all court sessions be open to the public. Multiple legal experts told 5 News that if a court closes a hearing, it must provide a specific reason.
After the hearing, Washington County Prosecutor Brandon Carter spoke with the media, saying no new information will be released in the case.
This office has released all of the facts of the investigation that it's ever going to release in this case. I'll be releasing no more statements about the investigation itself. I anticipate that at some point in the coming days or weeks that there will be some form of a gag order issued in this case because of the notoriety that it's received.
5 News reached out to Judge Taylor's office to ask why the public was not allowed to view the arraignment, as state law requires. A representative repeatedly declined to comment.
Meanwhile, Fayetteville police are looking for an armed robbery suspect. They say Thursday evening a man entered a business on North Mall showing a weapon and demanded money from an employee. Now, this is a photo police shared of that suspect. They say he fled on foot, possibly heading south of the area. Police describe him as above 5'6" tall. He wore black shorts, a white tank, and white shoes, and maybe carrying a green backpack. They say the suspect is considered armed and dangerous.
Well, coming up, we'll have an exclusive interview with Miss Arkansas Teen USA, Julia Reese, and her mom, Leslie, about a community prevention walk tomorrow.
That's right. Stay with us. It's an interview you don't want to miss. Let's take a live look over Fayetteville this morning, 7:37 here on Friday. We'll be right back.
5 News Around the Corner, sponsored by Ghirardelli Chocolate.
Mount Sequoia is essentially a community gathering space. We say always come up to the overlook. We want you to see the view, see the city, take that in, but we want you to turn around and see the 27 acres that's behind it.
On this week's episode of Around the Corner, we're here in Fayetteville visiting Mount Sequoia.
You've probably seen it either on postcards, you enjoyed the view for yourself, you've seen the big cross, but there's other things for it to offer.
Yeah, it's a hub for arts and culture, a community and retreat center, and we're going to show you what it's all about. You ready?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Look at that mural.
It's beautiful.
Gorgeous. Wish I could paint like that.
Let's just look at the view real quick.
There's so much here for artists and people interested in the arts. So our creative spaces programming, that includes everything from studio space. So we have up to 67 artists can have studio space on site. And we have our clay studio. So I'd say it's really just this treasure trove of things that people can come up and see and engage with art.
They're taking things that they probably found in a dumpster somewhere, and they're showing that someone else's trash can be something beautiful because beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
And you can do it multiple times and feel like you're seeing something different.
I see a bull. A fire-breathing, raging bull. What do you see, Danny?
I'm just mesmerized by Socrates over here. I'm just entranced by her philosophy.
A lot of thought.
So we just saw plenty of art, guys, but what if we want to be with the art?
Well, I think we're in the right place, the clay studio. Jordan, the expert right inside, is going to show us how it's all done.
Yeah, this is definitely important to this community, and he's going to tell us why. Let's check it out.
So,
I like how difficult it is. It wears you out. It's very physical. It's very satisfying to just take a piece of mud and then turn it into a usable piece of art. And then the community, very important to me. As a newcomer to this area, just having a place to go and be around people that all have a similar interest. I think the art form is an excuse to be around people. That may be the most important thing.
People can enjoy outdoor artwork. They can enjoy the nature. There are deer, there are squirrels, there are all sorts of wildlife that are up here, but like right in the city. So if you're looking for just a little getaway, it's the perfect space to come up and walk and enjoy and just like be together or be by yourself.
Well, as you can see, Mount Sequoia is so much more than the overlook. It's absolutely beautiful here, so much to do, and even the seating is a piece of art.
I'll say everything's a piece of art. You can be one with the art. I tell you what, I had that nice shot with the pine cone last time. I think I have another appointment coming up here soon.
You want a challenge, huh?
I was going to say, you got handles, Joe?
Maybe so.
I'll be the cheerleader.
Check out Mount Sequoia. You're going to love it. We'll see you next time on
Around the Corner.
Let's go, Danny.
I hope your shoes are tied tight. You're about to roll some ankles.
Uh-oh. Danny's got game.
Yeah, a little bit of game, but unfortunately I can barely jump over a stack of papers, so yeah, the NBA really wasn't for me. Currently though, a live look outside on I-540 at Kelly Highway for your traffic in Fort Smith this morning. It's going okay. I think weather's a little bit more my speed, but some might think that's debatable as well. Otherwise, looking outside in Rogers along I-49 here near the AMP, beautiful shot there, seeing plenty of that blue sky, and really a nice day if it just wasn't so muggy out there. Currently 75 degrees, that dew point close to 70, and that's on the lower end for the region. Many areas are seeing it more in the low to mid 70s, especially in the River Valley. You're seeing close to that maybe 73, 74 mark. So it is going to be pretty sticky out there as you head out the door. With temperatures on the rise and that dew point seems to be making it very humid. Heat advisory is in effect for the River Valley for today. And although you may not be underneath it in Scott County for areas like Waldron or northern Johnson County or for northwest Arkansas, it's more of just, again, what they are forecasting. That's Weather Service forecasting. It is going to be hot no matter where you are. Could get close, if not hit 105 in northwest Arkansas, which is that heat advisory threshold. And again, it's just officially for today, but it's going to be here for tomorrow, really through Tuesday. Here's what it'll feel like kind of across the board. Here's we go through the morning into the afternoon. Here's noon. You can see getting close to 100 in northwest Arkansas. Some areas already getting close to 110, especially in the eastern half of the River Valley. As we hit that peak heating of the day, noticing it close to 105 in northwest Arkansas. So again, just below, still gonna be hot. 104, 105, you're just not gonna feel that difference. Close to 110 in the River Valley. And then again, we're talking about this all the time. You've probably heard me say it now 10, 15 times. When it's so muggy, there's a lot of water, right? It takes a lot of energy to not only warm up, but cool down. So it still feels really warm as you're heading into the overnight hours. And that's why as we head overnight, we're still seeing things that are very warm as we head into the day tomorrow. So again, that heat is not going to change very much over the next 5 days. We're going to see that heat index close to 110 in the River Valley each and every day, and close to 105 in the Northwest Arkansas area. Now with it, we might see a little bit of a chance of some spotty showers during the afternoon hours like you typically see for a summer day, but they're just going to be very minimal to none. So here's Futurecast. Here's we go through the morning, plenty of sunshine. Yes, it is working. You see the time zone there, or time moving there, excuse me. You see these puffy cumulus clouds develop here. Again, they'll be a little bit more widespread. I think by noon we'll see showers and storms pop up, but again, Futurecast sometimes can be a little bit behind on these things. So by 4 o'clock, we'll be seeing a little bit more better coverage. You can see maybe some brief downpours with this, maybe some gusty winds. Yeah, nothing severe expected, but something to keep an eye on. And I think it'll be more River Valley focused today compared to maybe tomorrow. We'll see it a little bit more kind of area wide, but still very spotty. So for tomorrow, we'll do it all over again. See plenty of sunshine during the morning. Then some bubbly clouds will pop up during the afternoon. As we head into the day tomorrow, you can see about 2, 3 o'clock starting to see those spotty showers. Some might originate here in central Arkansas, then push its way westward, and then again fizzle out by 10 o'clock. So that pattern is just going to continue for today, really through the day on Tuesday. So overall today, high temperatures in the mid-90s, Northwest Arkansas approaching 100 in the River Valley, and not much of a wind either to help us, relieve from the heat, only about 5 to 10 miles per hour out of the south. Thankfully, some relief is on the way. It's not a massive relief, but a little bit of relief nonetheless as we head through the day on Wednesday next week. So here's Futurecast. This is Tuesday at 10 o'clock, so you're going to bed. You're not going to wake up on Wednesday and be like, oh my God, Danny, it feels so much better. You're not going to say that. But what we are going to say is, maybe a little bit of a better chance of rain. You might see a little bit more widespread rainfall on the radar. That'll continue to move through the area on Wednesday, and as we head to the day on Thursday, I think you're going to be like, okay, it feels a little bit better out there. It's not going to be a monumental difference, as I mentioned, but a little bit better, not only for rain chances, but for cooler conditions as well. You see that here on the 7-day. See the temperature drop about 5 degrees from Tuesday to Wednesday, and then a couple more on Thursday. A little bit better storm chance as well. But notice you're not seeing 60 or 70% chances there. You're seeing 30. It's very spotty. Nothing right now is, pulling out to me to say, hey, this could be widespread. But again, we'll take any rain chance we can get, especially with very dry conditions recently. Again, the River Valley, those air temperatures could approach 100 degrees on Monday and Tuesday for a little bit of relief for the middle of next week. Joe and Tiffany.
All right, thanks for that, Danny. We have some special guests in studio once again this morning. This is Julia Reese, Miss Arkansas Teen USA, and her mom, Leslie. Thank you guys so much for being here again today.
Thank you for having us. I love that y'all are matching too. So much fun, but there is a story behind that. We'll get to that in just a little bit. Julia just recently won Miss Arkansas Teen USA, and you're using this year for a bigger platform. It's more than just a title to you.
Yes, so at first I always advocated for a strong legacy for the youth, but I unfortunately experienced a tragic loss back in February of this year of losing my dad due to suicide. So I knew very quickly that there was a deeper meaning. Of course, it took me a second to finally come open to talk about that, but once I felt like it was something that I was ready to do, I took off with that and created my personal platform, Suicide is Not an Option.
Mm-hmm. And that's such a big thing, so important here in the state of Arkansas. So this weekend, this event that is coming up, we want the community to come out and be a part of that. Tell us what it is and how people can join in.
Yes, so it's a 5K. I actually started this platform about a month and a half ago. So within a day, I was like, Mom, let's throw a 5K out there. So we made a 5K. We got together. Within a week, it took off tremendously. Now it's August 16th, 7 a.m. at Cross Church. So if you're in the area of Northwest Arkansas, come by. It's a free event for everybody. It's going to be amazing.
Absolutely. And you guys, you have these bags here. You'll have T-shirts as well that someone can write their loved one's name on it as well.
I'm really proud of those T-shirts. I made them. It's a little white box, and you just sign your name. I'm going to put my dad's name and say I'm walking in memory of Jerry Reese.
I love that. And you're putting someone special
I'm putting
too.
my brother's name. I'm walking in memory of my brother, Ronnie Serrano.
Absolutely. Yes. And your initiative goes even way beyond this event this weekend. But Leslie, you were telling us earlier about a number in Arkansas that's actually helping with suicide prevention.
That's right. The Arkansas Crisis Center, their number is 988. It's an easy 3 number to remember. Mm-hmm. So if you are ever in a place of darkness or sadness or confusion, they're there for you. They just recently launched texting. Mm-hmm. So, the modern age is now kids don't want to talk on the phone. They would prefer to text. So they just launched the texting program, and they have had a tremendous success. Unfortunately, they've had over 1,000 kids that have called within the first month of the program launch for the texting, but it's amazing that they called. It was amazing that the resource is there. So the foundation that Julia has, Suicide is Not a Prevention, Suicide is Not an Option, is a walk to help raise money so that we can donate money to the 988, to the Arkansas Crisis Center, to the Suicide, Julia,
American Foundation for Suicide.
Yes.
Yeah. And there's been some big donations already.
Yeah. We've had some pretty amazing donations of $1,000 from Ziva Aesthetiques. Is that how you say it? Aesthetics. And Mace Plumbing has been a great, tremendous support for us. And the Samaritan Center has been a tremendous, huge supporter of us too.
Right. And you guys, of course, need more as well.
We do. We've not quite met our goal yet. So if you're watching, we would love to be able to donate something substantial that would really make a difference and hire more people, so that when those texts are made, those calls are made, that there is someone on the other end of the line. So every dollar adds up, every dollar helps, and you never know that $1 you send could save someone's life.
Absolutely.
Well, and along with the money donations, people are donating their time, their services tomorrow. Can you talk a little bit about, you'll have something really neat. People can come and use counseling services for free in the morning.
Yes, so that's a little thing. After the race has started, we have 2 private booths set up, one of them being my uncle, who's a licensed counselor. He's just going to talk, so if you need an extra pair of ears to listen to whatever you're going through, he's going to be right there, as well as one of my mom's amazing friends, who's also a counselor. She's going to be right there alongside with him.
My friend Robin Nelson's going to be there, and they are both doctors of psychology, so they are the real deal, very professional in their skill, and they are trained to help people in moments of crisis. So
wow,
we're excited to have them join us.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And another thing you're trying to do, you're actually going to the Capitol here soon.
Yes.
Because you're advocating for suicide prevention and awareness in high schools.
Yeah. So it's a part of the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention alongside the Arkansas Crisis Center. There's a 6-week program that will be embedded into high schools that has tools of when to see the signs of someone who's struggling, when to interfere, who to contact. It's just a 6-week program that all high schoolers, hopefully middle schoolers, and everybody have to go through, just so those resources are in their back pocket for whenever they need.
That is absolutely amazing. Okay, so again, tell us tomorrow, what time should people come out? Should they get there a little bit early, before 7 o'clock, or?
I would say right at 7 o'clock is perfect.
That's a good time. Well, actually, I would.
She's like, no, we get there
Mom's like,
early.
wait a second. Okay, hold on. No, we would like for everyone to come around 6:30. We have a lot of amazing booths that are going to be set up. We've got a lot of businesses and companies that are going to be there. We have the Springwood Hospital is going to be there, and they are a great source of help for anyone who is going through any kind of a mental need. They're going to be coming. They're going to be talking about their facility. They're going to have a booth set up with games, some little giveaway prizes. So it's going to be a fun day. It's going to be a family day. So if you have children, there will be fun things to do. We're going to have a little quiet quilt section where you can just sit on the knoll with a quilt and cool off with some water. We're going to have water provided for the walkers. My son Cash is going to run his e-bike squad up and down the thing. So we'll have
Got to pull in all the family to help.
they don't want it all in, right?
Oh,
So
I'll be walking for sure.
she's going to be walking, and then we have a chocolate company, Dubai Chocolate, is going to be there. If you've ever had their chocolate,
That sounds good.
It's pretty amazing. They're going to be there. We just have a lot of amazing community support, and they're all going to showcase themselves, or they have through their finances, or they have through these amazing goodie bags that we have right here.
And quick question, for people who can't come out tomorrow morning, what are ways that they can help and give?
One of the ways that they can help and give is go to Miss Arkansas Teen USA, and Julia has a little place of donation. It's linked through the.
It's linked through my Instagram, so it's in my bio. You can go on that, click on it, and you can choose your amount, or you can select your amount, however much, and then you can send that straight to the Arkansas Crisis Center.
Oh, that is perfect. Thank you guys so much for being here with us today. We truly appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And much success on your walk tomorrow. Let's go ahead and take a live look over Bentonville just real quick this morning here at 7:54. There it is. It's Friday. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
This is a 5 News Update.
Good morning and happy Friday. I'm 5 News meteorologist Danny Cassidy. Today's a very hot stretch of days, starting today, I should say, through the day on Tuesday. And it's marked here by a heat advisory in effect for basically the entire River Valley and Scott County and underneath it, northern Johnson County and northwest Arkansas. It's still going to be hot whether you're under the advisory or not. The heat index could be anywhere from about 105 to maybe as high as 110. And for those that are not highlighted, it could be probably pretty close to 105 later this afternoon. We'll show you what it feels like, kind of more the hour by hour look here by noon. You're seeing it's close to 100 across northwest Arkansas, into the triple digits across the River Valley, getting close already to 110 for the eastern half of the River Valley, and some could maybe exceed 110 at times. For that peak heating today, around 4 or 5 o'clock and close to 105, so you see it's just underneath it. It's going to be very hot. 104, 105, not a big difference there. Again, close to 110 in the River Valley. And then again, with so much moisture in the atmosphere, you have more water. It takes a lot more energy to cool it down. So it's still going to be pretty warm as you're heading to bed. That heat index still could be in the low 90s in the River Valley as you're heading to bed in the mid to upper 80s in northwest Arkansas. I wish this was a misprint, but it's not. For the next 5 days, we are going to be seeing basically similar, if not the same heat Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday before a cool front, not a scientific term, but a cool front moves through to get us a little bit more to seasonal conditions. Here's a look at futurecast for this morning into the afternoon. Again, you're seeing a little bit of sunshine this morning, or I should say a lot of sunshine this morning. Then through the afternoon, we'll see those kind of puffy cumulus clouds pop up, and we'll see maybe a stray shower or two during the afternoon and evening hours. You can see some of these could contain some brief downpours and gusty winds. No severe weather is expected. Most of us stay dry, but something to keep an eye on. And then I'll clear out shortly after sunset, and then we'll do it all over again on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. And this pattern is very consistent. You basically take today's forecast and paste it into the next few. So if you're out this weekend, drink plenty of water, but otherwise have a great start to the weekend.
Well, hey, welcome back in today's Morning Rush. Fayetteville police are looking for an armed robbery suspect. You see here, they say Thursday evening, a man entered a business on North Mall Avenue, showed a weapon and demanded money from an employee. Police shared the photo here of the suspect. They say he fled on foot and describe him as wearing black shorts, a white tank top, and white shoes. Police say the suspect is considered armed and dangerous. If you see him, call Fayetteville Police.
And the Arkansas Department of Transportation is rolling out a new road safety curriculum for this school year. It's called Street Smart. It's designed to teach safe driving habits to students before they get behind the wheel. The initiative will teach middle schoolers lessons about using crosswalks, recognizing distracted driving, and more. Officials also developed free online materials, including videos, quizzes, and games.
And the Springdale School District will launch an AI task force this school year. The group will consist of staff, teachers, and even some students. The district there saying that the task force is an explorative project to create best practices for AI in the classroom. The group will meet regularly to go over the latest developments as well as what they're already seeing kids use in the classrooms.